Hello everyone, welcome to the Raw Take. I'm your host Rob Reed, and these are my predictions for AEW All Out. We'll start with the buy-in. Uh, there, they did announce that the match that was going to be Pac versus uh, Andrade El Idolo had to be uh, postponed due to travel issues. Pac was not able to make it, so they will have to postpone that match to a later date. They said it will be on a Rampage on down the line. Uh, so because of that, the women's battle royal has been bumped from the buy-in to the main card. In its place, we'll start there on the buy-in. We'll have Chuck Taylor, Wheeler Yuta, Orange Cassidy, and Jurassic Express will be taking on Matt Hardy, TH2, and Private Party. Uh, I expect the faces to win this. I think it's time to kind of blow off this whole feud. Um, it's really done nothing for me. Um, I like Matt Hardy. But they are the Hardy family office is by far the my least favorite faction in AEW. Uh, I just it just doesn't really do anything for me. I think the faces should get the win here. I actually think that Wheeler Yuta should pick up the win, get his first big win to be on the buy-in. I think that would be a really cool moment. Going into the main card, we have, well, with we will start with the AEW Tag Team Championship. Uh, Championship in a steel cage. The Young Bucks defend against the Lucha Brothers. I think we're going to have a title change here. Uh, the whole thing with them, if it wouldn't have been for uh, Dynamite this week, if they wouldn't have done the whole angle at the end of the show, I would have said the Young Bucks to take the win. But with the Young Bucks number one winning, uh, beating, pinning Ray Phoenix, and the whole post match beatdown, I think that we're going to see a title change here. I would have loved to have seen Santana and Ortiz to get the titles at Arthur Ashe in New York, but I think this is going to be where they're going with the titles. One, I don't right now. Proud and Powerful are not even in the rankings, so I don't see them reaching the top in enough time to get to Arthur Ashe. So I think that the Lucha Brothers will be the new tag team champions. They've deserved to be champions for a long time. I think it's about time they held the titles, and I think this will be a good. I actually think this may even start the show. I think this may be the opener to the show, and it would be a really good way to get the crowd really fired up. Great. I expect nothing more than a fantastic cage match. Anytime these two teams have been in the ring together, they've had as close to 5-star, if not 5-star and more, matches. Both their first match, the first Double or Nothing, and their amazing ladder match at the first All Out. Amazing matches every time they're in the ring together. I expect this to be absolutely no different in the fact that it's going to be a cage match. I expect at least one insane dive from the top of that cage, which has got to be like 20 feet. It's a large cage. I expect Ray Phoenix to be jumping off that thing and doing something insane. But I do think that I expect the Lucha Brothers to pick up the win. Next, we have the Women's Casino Battle Royale. There are, right now, there are 20 names that have been 100% confirmed. We have Nyla Rose, Big Swole, Diamante, Julia Hart, Penelope Ford, Red Velvet, Tay Conti, Thunder Rosa, The Bunny, Emi Sakura, Hikaru Shida, Kira Hogan, Abaddon, Kylan King, Layla Hirsch, returning Anna Jay, Jamie Hayter, Rebel, Riho, and Jade Cargill are the names announced. There's one name not announced, and I expect that to be the Joker, who I expect to be Ruby Soho. I am 100% sure it's going to be Ruby Soho. I think that Anna Jay is going to win. She's just returned. I think it would be a really good shot in the arm to get her right into a title match. I don't think she will win that title match, but I think it would be a really good place to put her, get her right there, have her get a big win in this battle royal, go to like Arthur Ashe, challenge Britt Baker for the title, put on a really good match, really get her back into, remind people how she was getting really good, because she was getting really good before she got hurt, and I'm hoping she's continued to get better since training to get back. That's what I'm hoping. Next, we have Jon Moxley taking on Satoshi Kojima. I know a lot of people were kind of upset that Kojima was the New Japan name. I know a lot of people, including myself, were hoping for Tanahashi, but he's back in Japan, and the way they do things, there's just no way to get around it. And with Will Ospreay coming down with COVID, there's no chance he'd be there. So this is a decent match. I expect Jon Moxley to win. I like Kojima. I like Kojima and all. I just don't see him winning here. Jon Moxley picks up the win. Next, we have Paul White taking on QT Marshall. This is 100% going to be a squash match. I know they are trying to make QT look strong before the pay-per-view after Dynamite. That I don't expect this to go longer than like 2 to 3 minutes. We're going to see a big punch. Probably other people get involved. See people getting knocked out. And QT gets chokeslammed. 1, 2, 3. I think this is going to be middle of the card after some really big match to kind of help cool down the crowd, so that there's not a burnout, so that they don't burn out the crowd before the end of the show. By the end of the show. So yeah. Next, we have one of my most anticipated matches. Miro defending the TNT Championship against Eddie Kingston. I think this is beyond what I think is going to be the main event. I think this is this is the match that I'm most excited about. I expect no more than two dudes, big dudes, just beating. They're just going to beat the shit out of each other. It's going to be really fun. That's what I want to see. I have loved every one of their promo segments. The promo Eddie Kingston and Miro had on Dynamite were fantastic. I loved it. This is 100% my most anticipated match, except for one other. Next, we have the AEW Women's Championship match. Britt Baker defending against Chris Statlander. Britt Baker's winning here. It is not even anywhere close to the time for her to drop the belt yet. I think she's going to hold on for a good long time. I think they're going to have a really good match. Don't get me wrong, but I think Britt Baker will pick up the win. Next, we have the Chris Jericho takes on MJF. If Chris Jericho loses, he will never again wrestle in AEW. So I expect Chris Jericho to win. I just don't see I don't see Jericho retiring yet. Now, if they go that route, I will be totally shocked. It would be I would actually like to see MJF be the guy that retired Jericho. I think it would be a really good feather in his cap to be the guy that said, I beat Jericho 4 times and I retired him. I think that would be awesome. But I think Chris Jericho picks up the win. The way they've been ham-fisting this a lot, especially on Dynamite. The whole interview he did with JR really came off like they were really sowing the seeds like he's going to lose just for him to pick up the win here. So that's what I think is going to happen. Next, we have the AEW World Championship match. Kenny Omega defends against Christian Cage. Kenny Omega's winning. I'm sure of it. Yes, Christian Cage won the Impact title. There's no way Christian Cage is beating Kenny Omega for the AEW title. There's only one person I'm seeing winning the AEW World title, and that'll be in 2 weeks. I'm sure of it. Somehow he will get that title shot, and that'll be Hangman Page. That would be my guess. And then the main event, the other match that I'm most excited to see is CM Punk's return against Darby Allin. CM Punk is not going to lose his debut match in Chicago. There's no chance. But I do think Darby Allin is going to show out here. I think he is going to bump the hell out for CM Punk, make him look like $1 million. I think Darby is like one of the most perfect guys to put in there. He's always going to make everybody else look really good. His selling is like better than anybody else in the business right now, and I think he's gonna make CM Punk look like $1 million. But I do think, I do think CM Punk picks up the win. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like down below. Subscribe to the channel for more videos. I know I don't put out as many reviews. I just don't have a lot of time to do the weekly date and nightly shows, the Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and all those. I just don't have that time for my work schedule. I work nights now, and there's just not really much I can do. But I will continue to do pay-per-views. I will be doing the All Out review this Sunday. So keep subscribed. Notifications on for anytime I do bring out new videos. I will also keep doing Armchair Booker. So keep notified for when my videos come out. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Rob Reed. I will see you in the next video.